Greetings and salutations. And you may notice that the lighting is different. I have lighting overhead, which means one thing. I've officially moved into my recording office studio thing. There's actually paneling on the walls. It's a small room. It's actually 8 feet by 7 feet. Getting the desk in was a bit of a trouble, but I kind of dropped it on my toe once. Didn't break any bones. Only gave myself a slight bruise. But we got it. But in this video, I took a look at a very popular deck. And that popular deck was for Aggro Paladin. But you know me and Paladin. I only like Paladin when not a lot of people are playing it. I thought, what if I changed it up and made that deck Aggro Shaman? See if it works. And this is the thing. I enjoy taking things that are meta and then shifting them off meta. Just for the... If this is... This will be interesting if it is Aggro Paladin. If this is Murloc Paladin, I'm just going to concede, because there's no point. Get prepared. It's not. Interesting. That's to replace the 1/1 Ardent Defender with Divine Shield and Taunt. The slime. Imbue Paladin. Okay.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Nobody plays Flame Tongue Totem anymore. It's almost like you have to... You'd almost have to have it being your opening hand and get and have the coin. Interesting. Shame.
It's going to be okay.
I thought I had a chance there to catch the healing totem, so that way I could survive. Banking on a 1 and 4. Either that or the taunt totem. Both would have worked. That's annoying.
It's going to be okay.
Now it's going to do Flight of the Firehawk so I could draw minions. I mean, I could get Wisp and whatnot. That helps. That helps. I'll hold on to that. Taunt totem? Tragic. Then next turn I will Flight of the Firehawk again. I put this in for direct damage. I knew he was going to trade there. I might lose the end game because I'm not... It's over. Because I can't keep up with the almost aggressive nature of it. I mean, he's using, he's already used one board clear, but he's got a quality consecrate. So he's got 2 to 3 board clears. I won't be able to keep up with it, so.
The light dims.
It's already gone too far. Yep. So this into this. Then maybe Flight of the Firehawk again. He's going to kill the other totem, for sure. He doesn't want to take chances. Now, I did take a survey for Hearthstone. And while answering truthfully, I managed to basically tell them that there's unfun play patterns that exist. And rightfully so. Anybody that takes a survey should tell them that. If something's not fun that you're playing against, tell them. And so I kept sitting there thinking to myself, all right, let's take a look at it realistically, see what happens if they do anything at all. That kind of helps.
When I shoot ya, it's gonna hurt.
And I told him that Murloc Paladin is an unfun play pattern, and that there was another one that was an unfun play pattern. Blood Death Knight is an unfun play pattern. And that's just the thing. It's like Blood Death Knight's unfun to play against because it's you have Blood DK that's just going to constantly gain life and you can't get ahead of it. Murloc Paladin, you can't really board clear very well. You know what? We're going to trade him.
These are due back tomorrow.
Taunt Totem? Of course not. Why would I get the Taunt Totem? This is where I lose. He's going to get a whole board full of 7 costs.
To linear thinking.
It's already gone too far into the game. That's the thing is like, oh, there's a lot of classes out there that are just value engines, right? Imbue Paladin's a value engine. Quest Warlock's a value engine. Yeah, see, it's already over. Just gonna get another Yasandra. Oh, another Chronos. And now he's got a board full of 7 cost dragons. Right? You know what I mean? Game went too late. It goes too late, you lose. That's the problem with aggro. So you almost have to win by turn 5 or 6. But he had enough early game presence because Paladin that you couldn't fight against him.
The Thunder King versus Thrall.
Fear the coming storm. This is not my first guerrilla war.
I don't mind the hydration totem. That's bad. You never want to have a Platosaur unless you can play the card it draws. So if I play the Platosaur and it draws, say, a Wisp, okay, I can play the Wisp. I don't want to discard the card. And that would almost be a target. Like, people would run Lightning Bolt just to kill it. I run Lightning Bolt just to kill it. He's Nebula Shaman. And there's the Wisp. How did I know? He could just coin and kill it. Or just kill it with a Lightning Bolt. Oh, he's playing Quest Shaman. Interesting. There's the Wisp. Question is, will he have enough time? Lightning Storm. Oh. Okay, I thought maybe. Draws a fire spell. But is that gonna help you? I mean, if he had Thunderstorm, he could have easily have Thunderstormed and caused it. Yeah, there's that right there.
Hey, I got you, friend. Fire and spark!
Boy, he is not liking that. But is that really going to help? Oh, jeez. That's not going to help him.
It's gonna hurt. Fire and spark!
Aggro Shaman. It doesn't work. It doesn't work as good as the Paladin one, obviously. But that would we didn't even get to turn 7. It all could have been rectified if he had just played more aggressively with his volcano. If he had baking soda volcano like the turn before, or if he had baking soda volcanoed, or if he had thunderstormed, he'd have had it.
The supreme salesman. This is not my first guerrilla war.
It's not a bad start. Tar Slime, it's fine. If this is Quest Warlock, I'll be okay. Nailed the Murloc. I should be okay then. Yeah. Next turn, it's going to be Hydration Totem into Coin Mermy. Just so I can get stats.
Come closer, critters.
Interesting. Ooh, even better. Now I can Coconut Cannoneer on either side. I mean, he's still got things like Table Flip and... Hi, Queen. I just need Coconut Cannoneer out there. I need to put it right in between here and get extra damage. I hate it when they play that thing. That's even worse. If I could get Thunderstorm, or if I could get, That doesn't help. Well, maybe it does. Hold on. Okay, that kind of helps. So we go like this, like this, like that. Just have to make efficient trades, that's all.
When I shoot ya, it's gonna hurt.
Oof. Well, we're going to do this. And then we'll play that there. And then we'll do... I don't want to do that. No, wait. I didn't just play him. So we'll do that. And then we'll do that. Man, no healing totems? Are you serious?
They'll steal an entire city.
Table flip. Just straight up deadline.
Lightning.
Fire and spark.
There we go. I got the healing totem now. Not that it's going to matter. Because he could just blow both of these up, play a Zerglings in an attack. Or just use that and blow up half my army. He's probably going to win this one. His deck's got a little bit more longevity than mine. Yep, here comes all the trades. Awesome. They don't know why they do that. After any card is drawn, make it temporary. Yeah, it fuels your quest, but for what? Oh, beautiful.
Voices, please.
He's gonna activate the lurker nest to blow up half my stuff. He's gonna throw a card in the rift. Trade. Rift. That's the game.
Victory is yours this time.
As soon as he got the lifesteal rush, it was over. I had to kill him before he got that. So no, I mean, this deck doesn't really work. It's 1 and 2. It could probably be, you know, fine-tuned, but realistically speaking, is it going to work? No. I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's just not going to work. I didn't even get to Zilliax. Never showed up. And if you think about it, it costs 1 less for each friendly minion. There was times that I had 6 minions on board. It would have been a 1-drop Zilliax giving my all of my minions attack. It's meant to be a low-cost deck, be aggressive. I guess maybe you could run like First Contact instead of, say, like Firefly. Or like Murloc Growfin to get some pressure on board. Like, yeah, like swap those out for Murloc Firefin and say maybe swap out the Mermies for First Contact. Maybe it'll work. But it's not really good. I'm not that big of a fan of it. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, it could have gone better. But that's the problem. Like, that's the problem with aggro decks. Okay, aggro decks are like a bottle rocket. Take a bottle rocket, light it, it goes. Once that does that, it's over. If they have something that is set up for after that, then you're toast. Like, legitimately, forget it. You've got no way of reclaiming the board. And that's what makes Murloc Paladin so pernicious and an unfun play pattern, because they were just, we're just going to play Brain Gill. And then we've refilled our hand with a whole bunch of garbage Murlocs that are now 6/6s because of the way we've played the quest. And this is the stuff. These are the messages I tried to convey in that survey. And the reason I tried to convey that is because every other quest, if you look at it, and this is my little nitpick on the whole thing. Every other quest, you pay for the quest, it has a quest, you get a reward. You have to pay for the reward on every other one. Summon, you have to play Tyrax for 5. You come here, you have to play the Garishi Colossus for 5. I don't have the Druid one, but you have to play the Everbloom for 3. The Hunter one, you have to play Shock. The Mage one is you have to play the Origin Stone and then get value that way. This is just, they gain it. No cost, auto cast when it's finished. I don't know about anybody else, but who designed this at Blizzard? Whoever designed this needs to they need to be taken back to an education facility. And, like, just looking at it, even when this was summoned 6 Murlocs, if it was summoned 6 Murlocs, it would be almost balanced, right? But it's not. It's not balanced. Now, people would say, oh, well, you're only saying that because of you don't like to play against it, you lose against it. Not all the players lose against it. There are a lot of professional players that don't. There's a lot of players that are high ranked that don't. That's great. I'm glad they don't. There's a problem though. And this is the problem I have with it. See this card here? It's available for only 2 classes. Death Knight and Warlock with the Tourist. When you have the Tourist card. It is the best board clear in the game. Especially in Warlock. Because you can just Ultralisk Cavern after you play this, and everything's gone. Sounds great, right? Wait, is Ultralisk Cavern available for Death Knight? I don't think so. No. Ultralisk Cavern's only available in Warlock. So, basically speaking, between Eternal Layover and the Ultralisk Cavern, it is the best board clear in the game. Because you could just leave Ultralisk Cavern out there. Nobody's going to want to use the location tech to destroy it because it will give an 8/8 on board. They don't want to do that, so they're not going to play into it. So you leave Ultralisk Cavern out there. You play Eternal Layover, everything dies, it all comes back with 1 health. And then you just Ultralisk Cavern and kill it all off. Beautiful board clear for 4 mana. It's almost like a Quality Consecrate, except now your board is left also with only 1 health. But there's a downside to this. The downside to this is, if you play that against Murloc Paladin, every single one of those Murlocs you just killed with Eternal Layover procs their quest. So when the Murlocs come back, they're +7, +7, +8, +8s. So they come back with even more health than before you Eternal Layover. And there's no way to clear it with any other class, if you really think about it. Unless you're playing a Paladin and you have a Quality Consecrate versus a Murloc Paladin, you have no other board clear as any other class. Because by turn 5 or 6, okay? By turn 5 or 6, if you're just looking at board clears, you've got the one for Death Knight that has a fairly decent board clear, which is your Poison Breath on your the Pyro. Right? Now I think the Pyromancer's a 2-cost card, 3-cost card. Where is he? Two cost. So for 4 mana, you have Pyromancer and the Breath. Okay? That's 1 board clear. And all they have to do is just rebuild the board. Which is not hard for Murloc Paladin. Especially if they Brain Guild on, I think Brain Guild's a 3-cost. Yeah. They can play a couple of fast Murlocs on 1 and 2, Brain Guild on 3, then they have a handful of Murlocs again. So, Death Knight has 1 board clear that's very reliable board clear. Demon Hunter has a couple of board clears. They're not really that good. You have the Immolation Aura that deals 1 damage twice. You've got the 3 mana Epic card. I think it's an Epic card. Wyvern Slumber. You have Wyvern Slumber. You have Infiltrate. They have a fairly decent amount of board clears, but your chances of actually maintaining a board after you've cleared it against Murloc Paladin, slim to none. Druid has Swipe, and that's not enough. Hunter has Explosive Trap. Bursting Shot might help, but mostly Explosive Trap. By then, most Murlocs are over 2 toughness. You're screwed. Mages have Malfunction if you can get it, if you're playing no minion. But if you're playing no minion, you're already dead then. They have Rising Waves. But again, if you manage to happen to kill a Murloc with Rising Waves, you've screwed yourself because it doesn't proc again, and you don't have the ability to kill them off. And outside of those, they don't get another one until Blizzard at 6 mana. By then, it's too late and you're dead. Or Flame Strike at 7, and again, too late and you're dead. A Quality Consecrate in Paladin would work just fine. Priest has a board clear that they can use. It is... Where'd it go? Shadow Word Ruin. You wait for the Murlocs to get up over 5 attack, and then you use Shadow Word Ruin. It's a bit of a gamble, because if they get over 5 attack, kill you that turn. Rogues don't really have a reliable board clear. Not at all. Fan of Knives doesn't do it. Opu the Unseen doesn't do it. Shaman have Thunderstorm, and maybe the Baking Soda Volcano. But if you do Baking Soda Volcano, you also are hindering your board because of reasons. Like that hits your board. The Magma doesn't do enough. The Brochure doesn't help you. Like there's just not enough. And of course, overloading isn't ideal because you set you back a mana the next turn, and it takes the pace off. So it's really difficult. I mean, outside of like Warrior, Death Knight, and I think Paladin, you have no real reliable board clears. So that's why I think Murloc Paladin's a scourge. And I think that they should be forced to play their reward. Even if it pops into your hand and it says pay 1, give your Murlocs 1/1 for the rest of the game. Okay. We're good with that. So now you've buffed the Murlocs. And now you have to complete the quest again to buff the Murlocs. But you have to pay every time you do that. And each time you pay, it makes it so that you have to think, okay, well, I can't just dump my hand and then do it again next turn and then do it again. It makes you have to think, because now you have to play around the quest costing mana, and you have to think about your mana cost that you do have. It would just be ideal if they made it cost me. That's all I'm saying. But I digress. I'm happy to be in my new office. I'm happy to have the overhead lighting so I don't have this light shining up like this and making me look all pale-faced. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I did as well. Give the Aggro Shaman a try. Tinker with a few things. It's a relatively cheap deck to throw together. And it may be a little bit of fun. Maybe a nice change of pace to try to do it. Bamboozle some people because they're expecting maybe Nebula Shaman or Terran Shaman or something along that line. But I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.